Matching a skill or a product with the people who appreciate it most is the goal of many global entrepreneurs. When those entrepreneurs have a social component to their business, they can also improve the cultural, environmental, or financial situation of one or both ends of the supply line. Hannah Keraf is one of those global social entrepreneurs. As co-founder and chief of community development for Duanyam, Keraf matches the skills of community weavers in Indonesia to those who appreciate beautiful handcrafted artisan accessories.
I originally come from one of the poorest regions in Indonesia, East Nusa Tenggara. It's on the eastern part of Indonesia. I was very fortunate that I was born and raised in the capital city of Indonesia, Jakarta. But I knew that I wanted to come back to where my parents were born and raised at.
There, she found a group of women who could make beautiful handcrafted items, but had no way to get them to market.
We work with women, majority, and women in especially eastern part of Indonesia, they have difficulties in accessing cash because they're very inferior with men. So when we work with them, we make sure that all the women that we work with actually can access cash. It's easier for them because we provide them with the raw material, the designs, we provide them with the market access. All they need to do is sit down in their houses, they can weave. When they're finished with the products, we will purchase it in the village level. So it's so much easier for them. Instead of them having to go to the city, waiting, we do all that job for them.
The global entrepreneur uses analysis and a solution mindset to overcome problems by looking at the bigger picture of the work situation, community, or society. By providing a path to the market and the raw materials, Hannah was able to free up the artisans to do what they do best: create.
I help them become the entrepreneur. So all that they need to do is what they're already good at, producing. So they produce, we do the inventory management, we do the capital management, and we make sure that all the inventory risk is at us. We purchase whatever they produce at premium price, and then we make sure that they have access towards cash.
The global entrepreneur with a social component practices empathy by developing good relationships with people from different backgrounds and cultures by showing that they are respected and valued. They also look at the bigger picture when finding ways to solve a problem.
I always see that being an entrepreneur, it starts from a problem, solving a problem. And the problem comes within my family itself. My family comes from the region. They still have issues with accessing cash, selling or their products that they cultivate in their fields. So starting from that, I see that, okay, I can actually do something. I got good education, I got network, I can speak English, I can share the stories of them.
But social or not, it is all still business and still an uphill push for the entrepreneur.
There's a lot of times where we thought, is this worth our time? Because back in Indonesia, if you're a graduate from abroad, especially developed countries, Japan, America, Australia, people question, you should have worked in big corporations, you should have earned big checks. What are you doing? Being an entrepreneur, you don't earn any salaries.
Hardship is a part of any global entrepreneur's journey, but the entrepreneurial mindset understands that social entrepreneurship can benefit others as well as oneself.
That always comes back to us. But then, especially when money is difficult, when we're running out of money in the bank account, we usually think that maybe it's time to give up. The business plan doesn't work, the business model doesn't work, people are right, we're wasting our time. But then when we go back to the field, to Flores Island, and then we meet with the women that we've worked with for 1 year, 2 years, and then if we give up, what happens to them?
For Hannah and for global entrepreneurs who include a social component in their businesses, the reward is measured in many ways.
Problem solving, and you get to be creative and innovative. That's the biggest reason why I love my job now. When there are opportunities jumping in, we get to follow up on it, and then we get to be creative, working with so many different people with different backgrounds. And while at the same time we can also say no to different initiatives, but the dynamics of being an entrepreneur keeps you alive.